This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
You have a rich person's name. Like, you should be a billionaire with the name Winfield.
And co-host Marney Winfield.
Checking the microphones, going good.
It is the 14th of August, 2021. My name is Corey Winfield.
My name is Marney Winfield.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Welcome. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Do you know that July was the hottest month ever recorded on the earth by a person?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
I don't know. Everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah, it didn't seem that hot to me. Or maybe they're taking it as a whole year, not just the summer.
Maybe it's like how many days of the month.
No, they kind of do that. Wait, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, really. Because, A, the year's not over. The summer's not over. You know, I wonder how much those people got paid to do that.
Where'd you hear that?
I saw it on my phone.
Oh.
So there was a big earthquake in Haiti. It's like kind of a big deal. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Some places people just shouldn't live anymore. I think Haiti would be one of those places. Because a few years ago, they had an earthquake that like wiped out a lot of stuff. And I remember there was like a benefit concert and... Maybe just, I don't know, those people aren't really in a financial situation where they can go, you know what, let's just get all of our stuff, let's just move to a different country. I don't think it works that way. Like if people wanted to move out of the United States, like you can't just be like, well, I'm out of here.
Right.
See ya. You know, and that's why people...
Pack up my hut.
Yeah, people get like kind of mad about the whole people coming over to America, you know, like fleeing the border and, you know, leaving Cuba and... Okay, I get it. They have a bad situation there, but like we can't just escape to Canada. They'll bring our asses back.
Right.
You know, like we can't just be like, hey, what's up, Ireland? I'm here now. Okay, well, you got to go back. Huh? No, I'm here. I mean, that's just how the world works, you know. But some people think, well, no, people should just be able to come here. And okay, yeah, I get it to a certain extent. Yeah, but that's how we were founded. That's how... Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. You know, it really wasn't like people just started coming over here. And then when they did, they weren't treated very nice. You ever watched Gangs of New York?
No.
It's a great movie. But that kind of sums it up. I mean, it wasn't fun. It was not.
Yeah, but natural disaster is nobody's fault.
I know.
It's not like you can't blame them because they have nowhere to go.
You know, inhabitable. I can't live here.
Well, where do they go then?
And then we could do that with like the whole state of Arkansas. Just can't.
No,
you
I'm
don't
just
live
saying,
here.
where do they go?
It's too damn hot. I don't know. Somewhere.
You're supposed to have the answers.
I just throw stuff out.
Okay.
I'm the idea
He'll come
guy.
up with something next week.
Mm-hmm. No, but I did hear back from a few people on our last podcast when we were talking about the housing and stuff like that, and the sin tax is what they call it, SIN. Because it's sinners. That's your tobacco, your alcohol, your gambling, your weed, smoking them weeds. You buying them, not from your buddy, but from the actual store, and then you're paying some tax. Call it a sin tax. Michigan, one of the higher states, and all their sin tax.
So you got calls back from inquiries about where that money is?
Oh, yeah. And people just saying, you know, well, not really talking about where the money is, but like saying you're right on. And then the housing thing too, about you can have enough money, but it doesn't matter. And that should matter. Like, hey, I can pay my bills. Nope. Cause you just got jail. Nope. Don't want you. And how that creates more homelessness or whatever. And it's just like, all right. Yep. So I might be running for office, but anyway, back to the syntax. So Michigan, the last report that I was able to find last year, 280 mil a year in sin tax.
Wow.
I know. It's not bad. And we're one of the highest states that use that. And they use it to fund all kinds of things. And see, and here's the thing too, and I'm not jumping on the state of Michigan because I don't know how much they actually give to people to get help, because they give it to the PIHPs. Yeah. So it's really not, I mean, the state of Michigan, you can be like, yeah, they're not doing anything. Well, they are. It's just, who are they giving it to? It's kind of like the COVID relief stuff they were doing. Oh, we're going to give this out. And then, then the place here in Traverse City had to give it out. Guess what happened? They just give it to their friends, people they like, yoga shops, make sure those are open, make sure the hair places are open. Yeah. People that take people to treatment, pick people up with COVID from treatment after they were thrown out. No, we didn't need anything like that. But yeah, so it's like, who are you giving your money to? You got to look at those people and go, okay, well, what's going on here? Because $280 million, that's a lot of money. And I was just running the numbers through my head and on my phone. But say you have a treatment, and there's not, like we agreed, not a lot of just treatment centers that run just on straight Medicaid.
Right.
But they are out there. And those are the ones that are usually hurting. But you take a place, and say they have 20 beds, and you charge $400 a day, which is more than what they're getting now on the average from Medicaid. So that's more than, so it's a raise for them, and you fill those 20 beds, $400 a day, every single day of the year, 365. Mm-hmm. It's like 2.9 mil.
For how many residents?
20.
Oh, for 20 residents.
And then you say, okay, we have 20 of those across the state. All right, 60 mil.
Not even a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. So, and that is filling the bed every single day. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, here's enough. Like, okay, so tack on, a couple dollars to get people to and from. And not everybody needs rides to and from, but some people do. Like you could throw on a nice little boat for whoever's running the PIHP, or maybe for Whitmer or whoever, and still afford transportation for a company to take people to and from. And a bunch of other things, and they're like, oh, but that money is not supposed to go right back to help people. Okay, well, what's your name and we'll vote you out? Because yes, it is. And yeah, I get it that you want to use that money, because here's the problem. Here's what they're doing is they're using that money to fund other things, like let's fix the roads. Hey, let's put up signs that tell people that vaping is so bad, and let's spend $5 million on that. I think it was like $10 million they spent years ago. It might have been more, just to put signs up to tell people they were going to fix the roads. Are you what? Mm-hmm. Well, we have this money, so let's just spend it. It sounds good. And meanwhile, and these are numbers I can look up. You can look them up too. What? And I'm assuming it's not upper class or the wealthy. Who smokes cigarettes and drinks and gambles the most? I'm just going to throw it out there and say the lower class people, the least wealthy, followed probably by the working class, middle class. Mm-hmm. So
maybe, I don't know.
And I say we're, but those are the people that are paying the tax. I know I paid my fair share of tax. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, people. It was hell, but I did it. And I'm on the other side now, so it's all good. But it just is kind of like messed up where, other businesses probably, and this is what I've read other people say, is like some of these other businesses they're making tons of money in Michigan, and they're skating on paying taxes, because they're like, oh, well, we got the sin tax to take care of that. So things could be done a little different. And I think, the sin tax, that stuff should be. And how many people does it help, or does it pay for who have emphysema or, their lungs are just shot? I don't know those numbers.
Yeah. And that's, I'm sure, pricey. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that we're not thinking of.
But just on the treatment side, though,
that do make sense. Just
on the treatment side alone, and coming from the alcohol stuff, and I know the alcohol stuff pays for a lot of the opiate. A lot of the opiate stuff is alcohol tax.
No, I definitely think it should be weighted heavier towards treatment center. I mean, and preventative things like that, educational.
Yeah, Start there.
Definitely start there.
And then do whatever you want. Take care of your
Because
people.
that's right.
And then buy yourself boats. Who cares?
Leave the boats out. Leave the boats out.
Put up your stupid don't vape signs.
No. That's not what we're
saying. Fix the roads. But I'm just saying, like, just take care of the people first.
Right.
So that I don't have to come to the table and go, why am I being told there's no money? Why am I being told this? Why are you bullying treatment centers? Why is this going on? This shouldn't happen. And maybe Vaughter Winfield will be on the next ballot. I don't know. Just saying, maybe. It's not an official announcement or anything. I know. Just wait. Hold on.
It is. It's very sad that people in the helping profession of substance use treatment are not paid fairly. It's really ridiculous because it makes people that maybe want to work that job and do have a passion for that job don't have a choice because they can't. It's not a livable income, and so they don't have a choice to be able to do that. As bad as they want to work in that position and help because they believe in it, they can't afford to live. So they need to find something else.
You and I both work in the industry, I guess you could say. And we needed to. Could you go be a waitress? Sure. But that's not, you wouldn't have the same sense of purpose. You wouldn't have that same, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now you're doing what you're doing right now because it's right now. And we don't know the future.
Right.
So we can't really predict what is and what could be or what will be. But for right now, in your early recovery, it's going great. And same thing for me when I was in early recovery. I worked at a treatment center and I worked at another one. But it was very crucial for me to be around that to see, man, I don't want to be right back in that again. And same thing with, helping people and talking to people on phone, meeting with people and driving people, just talking to them. I don't want to be in my back seat. I don't want to ever be taking a treatment. I don't want to go to treatment ever again. I want to live this life now. But I think so many people, like you said, they just, I can't work there because it doesn't pay my bills. And what am I supposed to do? I would love to.
I've had people actually be like, I would absolutely love to do that job, but I can't afford that. Those wages are not livable. And to be honest with you, completely 100% honest, is I am blessed. I'm blessed that when I got out of the rehab I was in and I had a little time, I had the luxury of being able to be at my mom's house. So I didn't have any bills to pay. I did have a roof over my head. So, finding a place to pay rent and being able to afford that and a job that could pay that rent was not an issue on the table. That's why I was able to take that job. That was a God thing, that I lived in this area, that my mom was still willing to have me in her home. That was a God thing for sure. And I know that I needed to do that, to be able to work with other people and help other people to give back, because I've been there, and, so recently so that it was part of my recovery. And, so 100% was a blessing.
But if places had resources to pay people, then it would be good. It'd be a lot better.
Even just livable wages.
And at some treatment centers, I'm sure you can't, like the private pay, those, it's probably a different story.
Yeah.
But, for some of the ones that are here that in Michigan anyway, that are, Medicaid only funded, it's hard for them. And my hat goes off to the people that do work there, because I know they're not clocking the dough and even if they are, they're working 60 hours a week to do it.
Right.
And, that's such a position where, it can create hope. People see people like you, like me, like Justin, like Dave, they see people like that, and Carrie even. They see people and they're like, wait, you're in recovery too? Like, yeah. Whoa, how long you got clean? And you tell them like, whoa, so I could work here? Yeah. And I had a therapist, counselor, whatever, tell me, well, that's what everybody wants to do. You go to a room full of people in early recovery and you ask them what they want to do, and they're going to be like, I want to be a counselor. I want to do this. But he kind of like made fun of the idea of it. And I was like, okay. But yeah, but that is what we all, because we want everybody else to feel this way. Mm-hmm. And this should be an option.
Oh, absolutely.
That should be part of treatment. Like, okay, you do 30 days here and then you work. You work on your, I don't know, but work it out somehow. I'm the idea guy. I kind of said earlier. But yeah, like part of that is part of and that would kind of help the treatment center save a couple of dollars too. And it would give them a sense of purpose. And hey, you can stay on after so many days. Like,
maybe
I'm on to something. Maybe that'll be 217 Recovery. This 217 Recovery Center. I don't know. You're the name person, so I'll let you work on that. But yeah, just some ideas, just making some changes here and there, just doing what I can do. It's not magic.
Magic button.
Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll let you know if it works. Hey, and on that note too, we're still waiting for our first $1 million donation. So don't be shy. You can donate securely online. If you got 1 million friends, just everybody chip in $1, do that thing.
You got to be getting close to that on Facebook.
No, they only let you have 5,000 friends.
Oh, see.
And yeah, I haven't had to delete anybody in a while. I think I'm down to like 4,960 something, I think.
Wow.
I know. It's perfect.
And you're losing your luster or what?
I don't know. I think people are getting tired of it. Tired of the cat pictures, which we saw the funniest video ever today.
Oh,
commercial.
My goodness. It was hilarious.
We went to the movies, and we'll get back to the commercial here in just a second, but it was my 1 year being sober. Mm-hmm. So it was December 15th-ish, 2019 is when you gave me this coupon. As you were like, good job, that's cool that you got to your year.
We had barely been seeing each other.
Right. And
like almost, should I get him something? I don't know. Am I supposed to be doing that yet?
Right. So she didn't, I don't think you bought me anything. Maybe you bought me dinner or something.
Probably.
But you wrote a coupon for a free movie that I could use. And I almost used it because I'm going to say that I didn't use it today because we'll get into that in a minute. But I was like, yeah, I'll use it today. You gave it to me around the 15th of December, 2019. And here it is, August 14th, 2021. I'm finally using my coupon. And I used it on a movie called 9 Days.
Right.
But we only stayed half. So we only stayed like 4 days, 4.5 days through the movie. I don't even think we were there yet. I think it was like, because that one dude was like, I guess I got 7 days left. We kept falling asleep.
Oh, man.
Like we were the only ones in the theater, which was cool. Mm-hmm. Popcorn was meh, 2 out of 10.
So,
it was not good.
No.
Chairs weren't.
I thought the chairs were nice,
to
but
my
then again,
standards.
I hadn't been in a movie theater in a really long time, so I'm sure that was not the luxury seats, but they were. I mean, they reclined, and I've never been in a movie theater that's had that before.
Well, we'll go to the AMC in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Because you get your own little sectional, pretty much.
Yeah, I heard you were talking about it.
Yeah, and you can pick it out way in advance, and that's just the way to go. And like, if there would have been people in there, we could have had to sit next to people.
Mm-hmm. There was not a soul in there.
I just never know. So it was nice, but then the movie started, and it was really hard to follow. Well, it was just hard to get into. Like, okay, I get it, man. And next thing you know, I'm waking myself up, and I look over, and you're asleep, and I figured I couldn't even wake you up because that would just be rude.
Because you'd be like, wait, watch this movie that's not so great.
Yeah, hold on, let me. And I don't know. Finally, we're like, let's just go home. So we just left.
We did.
So 9 Days could be. I mean, I guarantee you, it's better than the movie Pig. Don't ever watch that.
Yeah.
Which we did another podcast on with Nicolas Cage. The movie, he doesn't find the pig at the end, so hopefully that ruins it for you, that you don't have to watch it, and you can send a donation of $6.99 or $5.99, whatever, just to say thanks from saving you from watching that movie. But so before the movie started, the previews.
Yeah.
And then this awesome commercial. And it was funny because like 3 minutes before that, they had this horrible commercial for Chevy. And the guy was like making the back of his truck his office. And I almost said something to you about, wow, that they had a team of some creative people working on that, because I'm not feeling it, like, wow, I wanted to say something derogatory about the people who came up with that idea, love to have been in that room where they're like, that's a great idea. That's hilarious. I don't know.
I have not seen this. I've seen the one that you're speaking of, the first Chevy one where he's in the driveway showing his neighbor his step down off his, and the kid's like, the kid's like, Dad. Ready. Right. I'd seen that on TV.
In my office. You work here? I'm like, oh my God.
I had seen that one on TV. I did not see the one that was absolutely hilarious that you're going to talk about.
Fast forward 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Here comes another one. And the guy's like, yeah, it's my cat. And he's talking about his cat. And then you kind of laugh because he was like, come on. And he calls his
Walter.
cat. Yeah, Walter. He jumps in the car or the truck with him, and they're going down the road. He is doing just dog stuff, and it's hilarious. And then he's chased the other cats up the tree, and
he's playing fetch with the ball. Oh, he has them into the wind on the end of his boat, like dogs do, and like with his head out the window of the car.
And then he throws the stick in the water, and the cat just runs off the pier.
Yeah, dives in to go fetch the stick.
Oh my God.
Comes paddling back with the stick in his mouth.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
but it was funny, and the guy at the end was like, what do you do it? He's like, what? He's like, my truck? Oh, he's just, he's like, no, it's about the cat. He's like, what? It's just a cat, man.
Yeah, he's like, it's Walter, it's my cat.
Walter, go fetch us some firewood.
Yeah, let's go fetch us some firewood.
It was a very funny commercial.
When you see it, you'll understand. It is funny.
Yeah, the Chevy Walter cat. I think
you could probably
type
Google that.
in. Yeah, it's hilarious though. Especially if you're a cat person, if you're a cat guy, cat woman, whatever. You'll love it. So I'm glad we could share that with you today. Thanks for hanging around for that, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty short. I kind of wanted to get in and out. Thanks. And tomorrow's replay. Oh, coming up next week. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Before I get to this, I want to talk about this is what we call a live read.
Okay.
Who's sponsoring the coming up next week segment that's brand new today. If you're looking for a new or faster computer, email Corey from Corey's Computer Upgrading Services, Corey at 217recovery.com. His critics or his all right, that's horrible. I was trying to be horrible on purpose because you're first kind of like looking at me like, what are you doing, bro? No, I am a computer genius now, sort of. You could probably hear that sigh even better since my computer in the office is so much faster because it has so much better stuff in it now because these hands right here put the stuff in there.
Could you have bought just a faster computer from the get-go?
I'm trying to save money. Well, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't have saved money at all because I ended up spending.
So now we just have a bunch of like different plug-in situations.
No. These are just extra external drives. Those are. But no, I put in a new SSD M2 NMVE or something. Is what it's called. But it's fast. It's 1 terabyte or something. It's big, fast.
He's very proud of.
But it took me a long ass time and a lot of trial and error. I've taken the back of this computer off so many times now. I lost the screw, which I guess apparently I didn't need.
Oh.
Nico was jumping up on I was like, no. And it was gone. So blame it on the cat. But yeah, so I did that and I'm very proud of myself. So if you're trying to do computer upgrades, I feel you. I'm with you. Just hang in there and make sure if you're transferring an M2, you need to buy an adapter so you can plug it in so you can clone it to the other M2. You can't save it to an external. Nope, not gonna work. And don't try to take the little sticky stuff that's on the drive that's in your computer already and try to put that on the new one you're putting in. It already has a strip. You don't need to do that because then it'll beep at you.
Oh, that's
so I've
what
heard.
that was?
Yeah, so I've heard.
Oh, no, I heard it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant is I heard the beeping. So that's a little bit of that. But yeah, if you need some advice, hit me up. I wouldn't do it to your computer, though. I wouldn't fix anybody's computer or try to help you upgrade it. But
it can be done.
Yes, it can. I believe in you. And it's worth it. Just take your time. Okay, what were we getting to next? Or is that it?
You're just wrapping it up.
Oh, yeah, next week. That's right. There's a man. I can tell you his name. I got this super fast computer. It'll take me just seconds here to pull up. Now, this guy I'm going to have on the podcast. Oh, the Detroit Tigers suck. And we'll get to that next week, too. Not just that because they suck at baseball, but just there's other reasons that they suck. I have at least 3 of them. Drew is his name. He wrote a book called Such Unfortunates. And he's in recovery.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's going to be on, and I have him share a story on the podcast. So that's going to be Wednesday. So you'll get actually a bonus podcast this coming week.
Wow.
So look him up. Such Unfortunates. His name's Andrew Mann. I call him Drew because it's kind of what we do. You know, we got that kind of relationship thing going now. So, you know, what's up, Drew? Can't wait to have you on, buddy.
That's great.
So, yeah, Wednesday. Look forward to that. So, and that's brought to you by Corey's Upgrade Services. Thank you. Now, I appreciate you listening. Much love. 217recovery.com. You need any resources, you want to hit up them PIHPs. There's a link for that. There's videos on there, pictures, a couple. Every podcast we've ever done is online. Of course, you get the app. Getting there with uploading.
So close.
Yeah, 2019 is completely done. This year is completely done. Beginning of 2020 is up, but I have a new method where it's just throw them in there. So I might do that tomorrow.
Good.
I don't think it'll take me that long.
Okay.
It's one of those things, you know, and this is something that as a person in active addiction and super early recovery, I just dread doing it because, it's going to take forever. I don't want to do it. And then you just get it done, do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. And then you feel so much better. I will feel so much more accomplished when I can just talk about the app because I kind of feel afraid to right now because I'm like, well, it's not complete and all the podcasts aren't up there. And there's other things I want. And yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow.
That's great.
Again, thanks for listening, and we will talk to you on Tuesday. The replay's tomorrow. Andrew's on Wednesday. Thursday, we have a surprise show. Not sure what that means, but it's a surprise. I couldn't tell you anyway. So thanks again. Have a good one.
Night.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Win a bunch of free shit from 217 Recovery. Go to the app or the website, 217recovery.com.